Hi, this is Judd with PresenterMedia. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Slide Master to make a PowerPoint template. You can keep reusing the slides for future presentations. So I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. The Slide Master is something most people don't know what it is or how to use it. So if you don't know how to use it, this is going to help you to create a template that is going to help you speed up your presentation creation later on and keep a consistent branding of your brand or your company by adding a logo and colors. So I'm going to get started here, and I'm going to show you right now, if you can see this, where I click on each one of these slides and you can see that there's placeholder text you can add your own text into, and you can add a graphic in here and put a title. And these are all slides I've already pre-set up using the Slide Master. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. First, I opened up a blank slide. And to get to the Slide Master, if you've never used it, you go up to View and go to Slide Master right here. And now open up the Slide Master. I'm going to explain just quickly what the Slide Master is if you've never used it. So you have this top slide that looks a little bigger than the rest of them. I call this one the parent slide. So this one controls all the child slides underneath it. So I'll show you how that works in just a second here. I'm going to use this PowerPoint template that I downloaded from PresenterMedia. And I just went here to PowerPoint templates, clicked on that PowerPoint template and downloaded that template here to my computer, opened it up, and I'm ready to use the slides. Right now, this template does not have anything in the Slide Master. Everything's in normal view. And that's done on purpose because most people don't know how to use the Slide Master. But as we're going to go through here, I'm going to show you how you can use this template to make a template for yourself, for your company. So I'm just going to go with this slide right here. So if you want to use this slide, you just want to select all the text and elements off of the design area. So you just have pretty much the design elements like these shapes left behind. That's all we want. And then you can press Control A or drag a selection over the whole slide to select everything. Then you can either right click and go copy right here, or you can use the hotkey on PC is Control C to copy. And then I'm going to go over to my blank layout. Remember, we went to View and then we went to Slide Master, and I'm going to go up to the top parent slide. Remember, that one controls all the ones underneath, and watch what happens when I paste this design in there. So I can just I can right click and go to these paste options and choose that first one right here, and you can see it pasted all of pasted that design up here in the top slide. And then I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. The zoom out's down. You can zoom out down in the corner. If you didn't know, that's that little bar that goes left and right. It will zoom out. And I'm going to drag a selection over everything, right click on it, and send to back, just to make sure it's behind everything. So that looks good. And you can see, you might be saying, well, it was this color, now it changed to this color. So the Slide Master is using a different design theme, a different color theme in PowerPoint. So all you have to do is go close out of Slide Master, and that's up in the top bar right here. And go to Design in the top navigation. Then go over to this little drop down. So you see all these variants right here, white and black. It says variants, and then it shows those. Just click on this little drop down and then go to Colors. And I have a bunch of saved presets in here, so you'll probably just have either a few or just these office themes right here. So you can see that I can now choose one of these to use, and I'm going to find one that I want to use here. Let's see. Maybe I'll just go down with I'll just go to this one right here. This is in the Office themes. So the Office or Microsoft will have its own themes you can use as well. And you can see that all the colors have changed now and match that color, that new color theme. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go back into View, Slide Master, and now I go up to that top slide, click on that top slide. I'm going to change this background just to make it a little bit darker. So I'm just right clicking on this shape right here is in the background and going Format Shape, going to Fill, and then choosing the darker color. That looks good. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you how to brand brand this template or your template to match your company colors. So stick around to the end and I'll show you how to do that. But right now I got this ready to go. If I close out of this now, you can see that in normal view, the slide reflects what the slide master is, and I can start duplicating slides. And what's really cool is now if I right click on that new slide, I can go down to Layouts and select from any one of these layouts down here to choose from. So if I choose from this one, I can add a title and a picture or a graph down here. And you can see that it kind of goes outside of the design area. If I go back into the Slide Master, go up to View and Slide Master, I can go to that template and it goes to whatever one you have selected, layout you have selected, it'll go right to that. And I can now drag these boxes, they're just placeholders, and get them to fit better inside my design area. So I'm just dragging them and lining them up. Looks good. And I'm going to also go up to Home up here and go to, let's see, where do I go? Click on that and click on just white text. Let's see. Okay, that's why. Okay. Up in the top, parent slide, I'm going to right click and send this to back. I thought it did that already, but it didn't send it to back. Now you can see the text on top of it. So if I change this text right here to a white just by clicking on the text boxes, and then going up to Home and then clicking on the color and make sure it's set to white, I'm just going to choose in the theme colors the first color right here. So click on that and you can see that it updates all these other slides to a white text. And now I've got that positioned where I want it inside the dark blue area. So if I go out of the Slide Master, you can see that that fits in there nicely, and I can start typing in my text, my title here. So whatever your title is, put it in there. I could add a graph by clicking on a graph and adding that as well. And you can see the graph is in there. I'm going to go up and change the text in that graph just to a white so you can see it better. Looks good. And then I could, here's the cool thing. I can go and just duplicate. I just right clicked on that slide and go duplicate. And I'm going to actually delete this out. So I'm going to close that out, get that out of there. So if I delete that graph out, you can see that that placeholder comes back up. So now what I can do is insert a picture. So you can click from these, insert from these different icons here. So if I don't want a graph, I could add a picture. And let's say I just want, let's see, ooh, this guy and his cat. They look like they're just relaxing on a Saturday. And I have that in there now. And that adds in. One thing I wish, oh, here we go. I don't think I saw it. Okay. I think I did that wrong. So just click picture. I'm going to go stock images and add that cat. I think I loaded that building in first. That's why it came in weird. And now that's in there. You got your image in there as well. And that's ready to go. So I'm going to go back into the Slide Master. So right here, that looks good. And you could go through all these and start kind of editing them and making them fit inside that design area. So if you want to do a comparison slide, you could do that here and duplicate the layout. Go to comparison slide. You can see it added that photo in there, but if I delete that out, I could add anything I want in here, 2 graphs, a picture, add a text right here above whatever I add. So I could add a graph, whatever I want here. So we'll add that graph in there, and then I could add a picture over here. Actually, oops, let me get back here. Picture, and I'm just using stock images from PowerPoint here. And let's see, I want to add that. Okay, looks good. So I have a graph here, and then I have a picture, and I could put what each one of those is about up here in the title. So that's pretty cool there. And if I go back into the slide master, let's say I like all these slides, but I want one to be a different design. I don't want them all to be the same design. So what you can do, you can duplicate any of these slides here. So if I wanted this one to be a different layout, all you have to do is go back to that design. I'm using this PowerPoint template, but you could use any template you want. And I'm going to delete again all this placeholder text out of there, and I just want the design. So I'm going to copy it again, just like we did before. Go into here, and right now it's pulling the design from the parent slide. But if I just paste, and I just use the hotkey, which is Control V, but you could select and go paste that way too, and click that little first paste option. And then you want to right click when everything's still selected, right click and just send to back. And now you can see that is now pasted into that slide. You can move design elements around inside the slide master, and you can select these placeholder texts and kind of position them around so they look good. That looks good. I'm going to bring this in just a bit, and now I'm going to close out of the slide master. And now look at let's see. But yeah, I'm going to go right click on this one, and actually I'm going to add a new slide. So if I add a new slide right here, and go to layouts, right click on it, go to layouts, and I'm going to select that new slide I added. So now you can see I have this slide as well that goes with that design. So very cool. And you can put it whatever you want as the title. You can reuse the slide, duplicate it, and you still have that same layout. You can put a graph or anything in here and a title. So that looks cool. And now I'm going to show you, what if you want to brand your new template with a logo? So what you can do there is go back into the slide master and go up to the top parent slide, click on that, then go to insert and go to pictures, this device, and over here I have my logo. I'm going to click on that. This is the PresenterMedia logo, and I can resize that and position it wherever I want. So let's just put it up in the top left corner. That looks good. And I'm going to copy it. So Control C or right click, copy, and go. You also need to go to the slide if you put a different design on a child slide. So underneath are the child slides, and I put a different design on here. I'd have to paste this logo in here, which I could put it over here or down in the bottom, down here as well, or over here, wherever it stands out the best, or wherever you want to add that. So I'll just put it down there. So now if I close out of the slide master by just clicking the red X up there, you'll see that each slide is now branded with my logo, and I didn't have to do anything more than just add, right click or add a new slide, and it adds that slide in there too. And then I can right click on this slide, go to layouts, and choose any layout I want, and it will have that logo in there. And I can add my text and my paragraph in here, so my title, my paragraph, and insert a picture or a graph in here as well. And that's all it takes to start using the slide master to easily make a template that you can edit and use anytime you want. But here we are. We're gonna go over how to choose colors to match your brand. So I'm going to go back into the Slide Master. Actually, I'm going to stay out of the Slide Master. Go up to where it says Design. Click on Design. And then go over to that drop down again underneath or in the Variants section. And go to Colors. And then down at the bottom where it says Custom Colors, just click on that. And where it says Name, just put My Company or whatever your company's name is. Then, so a lot of our templates use accent 1 and accent 2 to pull the colors from. Some templates use all the accent colors, but just keep in mind that most of them use accent 1. And you can see that updated in the design over here, like the colors being used. So if I go in there and go click on accent 1, drop down, the color drop down, and go more colors. You can put your company hex color in here. So hex color is just a hex value, numbers that will pull in the color values, the RGB values of your brand. So I'm going to use, hold on. I use a program called Color Mania, and Color Mania is just a color picker, and I can use that to pick a color from my logo. But the PresenterMedia logo has kind of shades of color, so there's not like one true blue, but you might have just one true color for it. So if I click that, put that in there, and paste that. And I'm also going to do it for this next one. Oh, there we go. You can see that it has a recent color in there. Click that. I'm going to click Save. And you can see that the blue color changed slightly. So now it's matching the blue of my logo. You can match whatever color you want in your presentation or for your PowerPoint template. Then once you're all done, you want to go to File, go to Save As, go to Browse, and go to Save as Type. And then you want to go to where it says just PowerPoint template. You see that right there? It says the file extension is a .potx, and save it as a PowerPoint file to your computer. And it's saved and ready to go. And you can go back and use that anytime. I can delete these slides out, and that Slide Master is ready to use for your company to make it a branded, consistent theme with your logo and your colors. All right, that's all for this tutorial. I hope you followed along to the end. I know I got a little long, 18 minutes. Apologize for that. But the Slide Master, it's a little involved, and I wanted to explain it thoroughly so you know how to use it. And I hope you use it from this point forward to help you save time in your presentation design. If you need PowerPoint templates, if you need designs to use, as I did in this video, I use this PowerPoint template here. You can always go to PresenterMedia and sign up and download PowerPoint templates to use. Actually PowerPoint designs to use. You can see that I copied and pasted that design into the Slide Master to use, but we have tons and tons of options you can use to get started building a template for your business or your company. All right. Appreciate you following along, and I hope you are well today and you have a great day. If you like this video, give it a like, share it, let other people know about the Slide Master. All right, subscribe to the YouTube channel, PresenterMedia. Get more of these videos and keep polishing up your presentations. All right, have a good day. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.